Hi friends, today is Advent Day 16 and I am so excited about our text today. So we are going to be talking about a verse in Ezekiel and the Valley of Dry Bones. So as you know, we've been talking about God's people as they travel through the Old Testament, how they've rebelled time and time again, and their need for a king. God sends judges to govern these people. He sends prophets to warn them. And it just seems like a pattern here, the rebellious hearts of them and the need to turn back to God. He even at some point exiles the people in a hope that through their exile, they will learn some harsh lessons about what it means to be out of good standing with God and return to the desire to be in good standing with God and remember how he has provided again and again for his people. The prophet Ezekiel gives the people hope as he shares a message with them from God. And I want to share that with you all today. Especially tomorrow, we get into Daniel and the story there while they're in exile. But I want you to hear these words from the Lord and just think about this as we get closer and closer to the birth of Jesus in this Christmas season, what it meant to the people in exile and how much God wanted to bring them back to him. So if you go to Ezekiel 36, verse 24, it says, "For I will take you out of the nations. I will gather you from all the countries and bring you back into your own land. I will sprinkle clean water on you and you will be clean. I will cleanse you from all your impurities and from all your idols. I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit in you and move you to follow my decrees and be careful to keep my laws." And then I actually like it goes on. "You will live in the land I gave your forefathers. You will be my people and I will be your God." What a promise. Do any of you feel the need today to have a heart restored to God? I absolutely pray this promise over you, that God would give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. If you have felt like you have this heart of stone, if you have felt like the troubles of the last couple years or even currently have just made your heart hardened and sad and distant from God, and you just feel maybe numb, I pray today that he would put a new heart inside of you, that he would fill you with his spirit and fill you with a heart of flesh and bring life back into your life. If you flip over to the next page, this is one of the coolest passages, I think, in all of Scripture. It's called the Valley of Dry Bones. And it's a prophecy and shows us just how capable God is of bringing dead things back to life. If you sit here now and you say, "Morgan, it's impossible. My heart is so closed off. I'm so angry. You don't know what my past is about. You don't know how heavy this heart of stone is in me. There's no way it could feel again. There's so much pain in it and betrayal and just stone. There's no way God could take it and make it alive, make it beat again, bring flesh to it. I'm just got too much grief, too much pain, too much regret. Nothing is too much for our God." Let us read now from the Valley of Dry Bones, chapter 37, and understand the power that God gives you and the life he will pour into you. All you have to do today is ask him. That's it, guys. Just ask him. "The hand of the Lord was upon me." This is Ezekiel talking. "And he brought me out by the Spirit of the Lord and set me in the middle of a valley. It was full of bones. He led me back and forth among them, and I saw a great many bones on the floor of the valley, bones that were very dry. These people had been dead a long time. He asked me, 'Son of man, can these bones live?' Son of man, can these bones live?" Do you know who else they called Son of Man? Jesus. "Son of man, can the bones of this people that has wandered far away from my heart, can they live? Can I call a people who have strayed again and again? Is there a way to bring them back to me?" Is there a way to cleanse them of their sin and make them holy and righteous before a holy God? The next verse. I said, O sovereign Lord, you alone know. Then he said to me, prophesy to these bones and say to them, dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. This is what the sovereign Lord says to these bones. I will make breath enter you, and you will come to life. I will attach tendons to you and make flesh come upon you and cover you with skin. I will put breath in you, and you will come to life. Then you will know that I am the Lord. So I prophesied as I was commanded. And as I was prophesying, there was a noise, a rattling sound, and the bones came together, bone to bone. I looked, and tendons and flesh appeared on them, and skin covered them, but there was no breath on them. So the bodies are coming back together, but God is the one that gives the breath of life. Then he said to me, prophesy to the breath. Prophesy, Son of Man, and say to it, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe into these slain that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and breath entered them. They came to life and stood up on their feet, a vast army. Then he said to me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. They say, our bones are dried up, and our hope is gone. We are cut off. This is how the people felt, living in exile, no longer close to the Lord. Therefore prophesy and say to them, this is what the sovereign Lord says, O my people, I am going to open your graves. Oh gosh. Open your graves and bring you up from them. Have you ever felt so low that it's like you had gone to the grave? I'm going to open your graves and bring you up from them. I will bring you back to the land of Israel. Then you, my people, will know that I am the Lord when I open your graves and bring you up from them. Who brings us back from the dead? Jesus does. I will put my spirit in you, and you will live, and I will settle you in your own land. Then you will know that I, the Lord, have spoken, and I have done it, declares the Lord. Who brings the dead to life? God does. Who takes a heart of stone, a people obstinate in turning their faces from the Lord, and how do they come back? God puts their spirit in them and brings them back to him, restoring those hearts of stone to hearts of flesh. I ask that you pray this over yourself today. Pray that he will just fill your heart with a heart that desires to serve him, that desires to be obedient, that desires to love him, and acknowledge the power that there is in Jesus Christ to bring someone that was dead back to life, because he already did it with himself. I'm Morgan with Life in Lilacs. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow with our next day of Advent.